Hello, welcome to Cooking with Cobb. I'm your host Jeff Cobb, and tonight we're going to be making chicken tetrazzini. You can make it with leftover chicken or leftover turkey, and it's a really nice comfort meal. We're going to begin by cooking our spaghetti. I already have the water to a boil, and I'm going to start by putting about half a box of thin spaghetti into the water. And I'm going to cook it via the box instructions. So I'm going to cook it for about 9 minutes. So I'm going to turn my timer on. While that's getting ready to go, I'm going to give it a quick stir. We don't want it to stick together. And I'll go back and stir that again later. We're going to have to make a white sauce. So we're going to start off with 1 stick of butter. We're going to melt that. And then when that melts, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour. It's going to take a little while for that to happen. So in that time, I'm going to tell you that I try to use King Arthur flour. I think it's the best quality that we can get here in New England, and it's really good stuff. Okay, our butter's all melted, so now I'm adding the flour. And you have to mix that in so it doesn't get lumpy. We want this to all sort of dissolve and then cook together and become sort of a golden brown color. So you have to keep your spoon moving. But it only takes a few minutes to do it. It doesn't take a long time. Look at that. That's starting to look really nice. We've created a roux here. The butter and the flour. And we're in pretty good shape there. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. And next I'm going to add some chicken broth. I'm going to put 1 whole can of chicken broth in here. And then I'm going to make sure that all the flour is mixed in real well. You can see how that cooled off the pan when I put that in. Once this comes up to speed and starts to bubble again, I'm going to add the cream. You can use almost any kind of cream. I'm using half and half. You can use whole milk to do this. Look at that. It's all nice and smooth. So you won't have any lumps. Okay, the beginnings of our sauce have started to boil again, and it's thickening up. So at this point, I'm going to add my cup of cream. And I have 2 cans of mushroom stems and pieces here. I'm going to add those in. They'll make it a little bit special. And I'm going to put about a teaspoon of lemon juice in here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I like to use sea salt. And a little bit of black pepper. Not too much. And then I'm going to stir this all in. It looks like our pasta is ready to be drained. And that's just what we're going to do next. Okay, my pasta's all ready. I've drained it. And now I'm going to put it right in the baking dish. The beauty of this is you don't have to be too worried about standing on ceremony. So I've got my pasta in there, and I've got my chicken all cut up. I'm going to spread that all over the top of the pasta. I see a piece there that's a little bit too big. I'm going to have to pare that down to size. That's kind of easy to do. And there we are. We've got that part of it done. And now, my sauce is done. My white sauce with mushrooms. And we're going to pour that right over the chicken and the pasta. I don't want to leave any of this stuff behind because it's pretty nice stuff. My oven is preheating. I'm going to put this in a 350 oven, so it shouldn't take too long. All right, now I'm going to top this with shredded mozzarella cheese. And this is going to make it extra special. And I don't like to skimp on the cheese because everybody likes a cheesy casserole. So I'm going to have the whole thing coated, and that's going to be good because that cheese, once it melts, will seal in the heat and make it cook really nicely. And from what I can see, we're up to 350. So I'm going to pop this in the oven just like that for about 20 minutes. And there we go. I'll see you in about 20 minutes. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. I checked this after 20 minutes and thought it needed to go a little bit longer. So I put it in for another 15 minutes. So that's 35 minutes total. And it came out perfect. It looks just right. One note that I want to mention. I used thin spaghetti. You can use just about any pasta you happen to have on hand, or whichever one you like the best. I happen to have the thin spaghetti, so that's what I used. I don't know, it looks pretty nice to me. From my kitchen to yours, enjoy.